Hi there and welcome to our new programme and our new walking workout. So today we're going to do a 20-minute workout that's going to involve a 5-minute warm-up. So we're just going to start off really slowly and just get the body kind of warmed up and moving. We're then going to have roughly about 10 minutes of the main walking element, and then we're going to have a 5-minute cool down. So it should last about 20 minutes in total. Make sure you've got something comfortable on your feet, make sure you've got a nice space with no objects that you're going to trip over, and try and, if you can, have a water bottle with you. This is you doing some exercise at your own pace, so if you have to stop at any point and pause it to have a rest, then do so. So it's going to last about 20 minutes, and the idea is that we're just going to try and see how many steps we can get in those 20 minutes. So we're going to start off just by moving our feet, so we're just going to start marching on the spot. And when we're doing this workout, we're thinking about keeping our posture nice and tall. So think about kind of pushing your shoulders back when you're doing it, pulling your tummy in, and really trying to think, imagine you've got a balloon tied to your head, and the whole time the balloon's pulling you upwards, and that's just going to stop you from kind of, being in the wrong position. So think about keeping your body nice and tall all the way through. Okay, so marching on the spot, and then we're just going to start to warm up the arms. So we're going to do some wrist circles. So you might want to put some music on while you're doing this. I can't play music because YouTube will take the video off when I post it onto our YouTube site. So you might want to ignore my voice totally, put me on mute, and stick your favourite tunes on while you're doing this workout. And that's going to, help you to get through the whole thing, isn't it? If you can dance along to your favourite music while you're doing it. We'll just swap the sides, go the other way. Brilliant. 5 more of these. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then now we're going to add in some shoulders. So just try and loosen off those shoulders. So we're just moving the shoulders round, really trying to get that shoulder joint all nice and warmed up. Again, we're going to do another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to change direction. So we're going to go forwards. I find it really hard to go forwards. There we go. So just think about kind of loosening off those shoulders. I'm going to do another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're just going to add in some arm circles. I've got a big chandelier here that I'm trying not to hit. So you can do them both at the same time, which I really struggle with, or you can just do them one at a time. Depending on your shoulder mobility, you might not be able to get your arm all the way up. So all you're doing is just moving your arm out to the side if you're not able to do it over your head. So you're just trying to loosen up your arms a little bit. You might be able to tell that I have zero coordination, so we'll not be doing any fancy moves. It'll all be quite straightforward, easy to follow stuff. And we're just going to swap directions now. The whole time we're doing this, we're keeping our feet moving. And that's really important that you're just not standing still. So even if there's an exercise that you can't do, just keep moving your feet, because this is a walking workout. I feel like I'm swimming now. Brilliant, okay. We're just going to try and loosen off the hips a bit. So we're just going to do some little hulas. So do 10 in each direction. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll swap round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're just going to go back to a march, but we're going to try and get those knees a little bit higher if you can. So we're not thinking about speed here, this is just our warm-up. We're just trying to get everything nice and lubricated. But just think about, if you can, just lifting those knees higher. If you can't, then you just stay at your march. You can do this entire workout seated if you're not able to do it standing. And if you're seated, all you're doing is just sitting on the edge of the seat and you're just lifting your knees. So, high knees. We'll do 5 more of those. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're just going to go to some side steps. So just side to side. So you don't need much space to do this workout. You can do it in quite a small space. You can even do it whilst you're cooking the tea in the kitchen. you know, this is about fitting just a little bit of exercise in where you can. So just 20 minutes. So already 5 minutes in there. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit warmer now. And we're just about ready to go on to the main session. So we're going to do probably 10 exercises and they'll last roughly a minute each. So first one is just back to marching on the spot. So this is all about progression and adaptation. So what we want to do is try and progress the workout week on week so that you're working harder. Or if you're struggling, you're regressing it and you're bringing it down, you're making it easier. So the progression from a march would be to march really quickly. The regression from a march would be just to slow down. So you're just trying to find the level that suits you at the moment. And as time goes on, if you're doing this on a regular basis, you might find that you're walking much faster. Or if you're struggling, you're just slowing it down. If you're having a day where you're just not feeling it. So just bear that in mind. You don't have to keep up with me and follow the pace that I'm doing. You go at your own pace. So marching on the spot, and we've got another 30 seconds to go. I'm chopping the top of my head off with this video. So put your music on, and this will be much nicer than having to listen to my voice. Okay, so we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next move, we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, clap. So we're just walking backwards and forwards. But while you're walking backwards and forwards, think about just using your arms. So you could make this into a bit of a dance, couldn't you, if you had a bit of music on? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're halfway through this one. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, if you're going too fast and you can't keep up with my pace, don't worry. Just slow it right down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got your own pace. Brilliant. See what the next move is. So the next one, marching on the spot again. What we're going to add in this time is a shoulder press. So we're just going to push it up. Imagine that you're lifting something really heavy above your head and you're really pushing up with those shoulders. You're keeping your march nice and low, but you're just pushing right up to the ceiling. If that's too hard and you're struggling, just bring it down. Just move it slower, a smaller movement. But ideally, if you can, you're reaching right up to the ceiling. Again, you can decrease the speed, you can increase the speed. What we want is just to get your heart rate elevated so that you feel like you're having a good workout whilst getting those steps in. 10 seconds left. See what's next. So now, I'm just going to go marching onto the spot, and then we're going to go into 2 side steps. And when we get there, we're going to do what we call the box step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it sideways so you can see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. You can see that I've got no sense of direction. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway through. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Right, march back on the spot. The next one we're going to do is a kick back with a called a reach and pull. So all we're going to do is just kick our legs up to our bum whilst kind of reaching forward. I'll turn around so you can see. So kind of opposite arms and legs, or you can do both if you're comfortable doing that. Takes a bit more balance to do both. Whatever works for you. And again, slow it down, speed it up. And And that's going to affect, be affected by your fitness levels at the moment, where you're starting from. I'll go back to the side so you can see. Let's have a look. We've got 15 seconds left of this one. Right, what are we on next? Right, so back to march on the spot. What we're going to do now is we're going to do foot forward with a bicep curl. So just tapping our feet out to the side and then add in an arm curl. If you're struggling with the arms, just do the feet. If you're struggling with the feet, just do the arms. But ideally, you do same arm, same leg, or opposite, whatever you're capable of doing. And again, you can go slightly deeper into it if you're able. If you're not, just a little movement. Both arms, single arms, whatever works for you. Fabulous, 10 seconds left. Okay, we're going to go back to marching on the spot. The next move is high knees with opposite elbows to knee. So the idea is that you're lifting your knee and you're bringing your elbow to it. If you're struggling to add the arms in, just do the legs. You bring them as high as you can. If you're struggling to get them up high, just keep them low and think about just adding that arm movement in. But ideally, you go in opposite, arm to leg. Takes a minute to think about it, doesn't it? There we go. And you can hear that I'm out of breath. So this is a good workout. And we'll see at the end how many steps we've managed to get in those 20 minutes. So I did this workout this morning with the people that came to our drop-in session, and everybody seemed to enjoy it, and everybody was doing it at their own different level. So have a go. Back to marching on the spot. We'll see what the next one is. So the next one is side taps to start with. And then what we're going to do is add in crossbody punches. So this is really kind of, you'll feel this down your sides. I do it sideways, you can see what I'm doing. So you're just focusing and trying to push that arm across your body. I have to get back into the rhythm before I can make out what I'm doing again. Brilliant. So we've got 20 seconds left of this one. If you've got your music on, you could totally turn this into a dance, couldn't you? Okay, 15 seconds. Brilliant. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to a march. So keep those feet moving the whole time. Next one is a kick. So we're just going to try and kick our leg out if we can. And then what we can do, if you're able, is kind of opposite arms to feet. If you're not, just hands on your side and you're just kicking as high or as low as you're able to do. Ooh, I'm kicking my settee. Move around. Not halfway through. I'm starting to get out of breath now. So you can see there are no fancy moves, I'm no choreographer, so we're never going to have these workouts that we're doing. We've got some fabulous ones that Joe put on, which have got much better choreography than I'll ever be able to do. But mine are going to be quite simple, but actually sometimes I think that's not a bad thing because they're going to be easy to follow. Fab. We're going back to a walk, and then all we're going to do is go back to high knees again. So just really marching. Now this is your last minute of hard work. So let's really march this one out. Really think about getting those knees as high as you can. Pump those arms. This is your last minute. Really try and speed up if you can. You've got 30 seconds to go. You're halfway through. So really pump the arms, lift those knees. We've got 10 seconds left. I think I need glasses and I can't actually read my timer. Now you've got 10 seconds left, sorry. Just when you thought you were nearly there. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. So that's the main session done. We're just going to keep our feet moving, but now we're into the cool down. So in the cool down, we're not just going to stop at this point because we need to get all that blood that's just pooled in our muscles because we've been using them back up towards the heart and get our circulation kind of back to normal. We want our breathing to be back to a normal rate. And this is kind of a relaxation phase of the workout. So keep it moving. We'll just maybe have a little walk around your room, but think about really slowing it down now. So keep moving. And then you can maybe tag in some arms. We'll just do some little punches as we go around. So your workout should still last a good kind of 3 or 4 minutes. Maybe just punch up. Try not to hit my chandelier. Brilliant. Punch out to the side. And this is just bringing the heart rate back down, but we're still keeping moving. Brilliant. Now we'll think about kind of stretching out our upper body. So we'll do some static stretches, but what we're going to do is just keep our feet moving just really gently, but just keeping them moving the whole time. So we're going to focus on kind of stretching everything out now. So just the arm across the body, pull it into you using your other arm, and you should feel the stretch across here. Now keep those feet moving. Just do that for a few seconds, and then we're going to swap over. This bit's really important. Don't skip the cool down, because actually you're still getting steps in whilst you're doing it as well. It's just going to hopefully prevent you from getting injuries and just allow your body just to cool down at the right pace. Brilliant. We're then going to put our hands in front of us and we're going to really try and stretch out our shoulders. So think about trying to get those shoulder blades as far apart as you can. Keeping those feet moving. And then we're going to put our hands above our head. You can't really see where my hands are. You can see I'm just reaching right up for the ceiling. Really try and stretch out arms and your upper back. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to think about stretching our legs. Obviously we can't walk and do this at the same time. So first one, we're just going to take a step out to the side and we're just going to lean in so that we're stretching our inner thigh. So body nice and tall and you're just stretching it. I'll move to the side so you can see from that angle. So this leg's just kind of pointing out, this leg's straight, and you should feel the stretch in this leg. Just do that for a few minutes, and then we'll come back to the centre and we'll swap sides. So again, feel that down this leg. Body nice and tall as you're doing it. Lovely. Okay, we're then going to stretch our calves out, so front leg bent, back leg straight. You're pushing your foot towards the floor. If I move over here, you might be able to see properly. Pushing your foot towards the floor, and you should feel that in your lower leg, in your calf muscle. And because we're doing quite a lot of kind of stepping, that's where you might, sometimes feel the strain. So really make sure you stretch that calf out. We're not doing this to the point of uncomfortableness, it's just to the point of mild tension. So push that foot down, but then swap over. Do the other leg. This is where it shows if you've got any balance or not. So if you need to, hold on to something. Fabulous. We're then going to stretch out the quads, which are the big muscles at the front of the leg. So you probably need to hold on to something for this. And we're just going to pull our foot up towards our bum. You might not get it anywhere near your bum, and that's absolutely fine. Knees together, and again, posture nice and tall. We'll just hold it there for a few seconds. And then we'll swap over. Oh, I can't even get hold of that foot. There we are. Lovely. Perfect. That's our warm up, our main session and our cool down all done. We're at 20 minutes and 19 seconds and we've just got over 2,000 steps. So 20 minutes, 2,000 steps, that's the equivalent of walking a mile without even leaving the house, but actually we've had a full body workout there. So if you've had a go, well done. Don't feel under pressure every time you do it to complete the whole thing. Always make sure you do a warm up and always make sure you do a cool down. You could just spend 5 minutes doing the main walking. Or once you've got the gist of it, make up your own walking workout, stick your music on and just have half an hour of moving. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon.